So, Devin, you just missed 1,000 last year. I know it's a team sport, but I mean, just individually, what you've learned so far from this staff, and maybe what do you think of some of your running back mates, in particular, Tyrone Tracy getting a crack at running back?
I mean, I think it's going to be good for all of us, especially this season with these new coaches. I think we really mold well, especially with Coach Conrad. I really like him. I think he's going to do us really well. He's really focusing on ball security and just making sure that we are emphasizing getting vertical and getting those yards. So I think we're all going to be doing really well around the room.
Well, some of the guys that left this offseason, you've kind of been thrust into a leadership role now. Do you feel like one of the leaders on the offense, one of the guys that can stand up and guys will listen to when you talk?
I feel like I've definitely been thrust into a little bit more of a role now. Of course, I consider myself still a younger guy, of course, because there's guys that I still consider seniority over me, but I definitely take what I can, and I try and help the team as a whole for what I can do.
What have you been able to learn so far about, obviously, when Coach Harrell comes in, it's the air raid, but what have you been able to learn about the run game and what's going to come with that?
The run game, they've really been doing well about these gap schemes that we've been running and just some of the other runs that we have, but they're trying to keep it simple so that we're not just being flooded with a whole bunch of different things that get confusing. So keeping it simple and keeping it straight, I think it's going to do us really well.
How excited are you coming back with the offensive line group? Where there's a lot of guys that have playing time and experience now.
I mean, I love all those guys up front. Those are my dogs, so my hogs.
How's things changed for you? Because a year ago nobody knew who you were. Now all of a sudden, people are asking you to sign Purdue football helmets for them, all kinds of stuff, and you really become, a known name with Purdue football.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've gotten a little bit more attention now, but at the end of the day, I'm just me. So, I mean, that's it.
Yes, sorry.
Go ahead.
Last year was your breakout year. Obviously, you accomplished far more goals than you even expected to. Going off of that, what are your goals to build off of having a superstar breakout year?
Of course, it's just going up from here. Obviously, I've had more years in the making, so every year I'm just trying to be more consistent, not dropping off, and just trying to get better every year.
What's it like standing in the backfield now with Hudson Card, just getting to know him a little bit?
It's been fun so far. I mean, he's another athletic guy, so having to be able to have that throwing game, but also having to throw the run from him as well, I think is going to really mold us together really well.
I saw you riding your dirt bike. Someone told me that you were a BMX racer as a kid. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, actually, growing up, I'm trying to remember. I think I was 7 when I started BMX racing. I used to BMX race all the way up to high school. Because my dad used to BMX race. That bike that I was actually on, that was my dad's bike. It was built in 1982. So he used to do it. So he got me into it, and I really loved it.
Just what was the anticipation like to get back out on the field? First, you know these coaches now, but you wanted to see them from this vantage point.
I mean, I was just really excited to get back into playing football, getting the pads on. So I'm really excited when we actually get full pads on, we start hitting. So.
What's been the feeling in the locker room just with the transition and meeting these new coaches and getting a chance to perform in front of them?
It's been really positive from all of us. I mean, I think, like I said, the chemistry between all of us is really well. I really like the coaches, and they really like us. So I think it's going to work really well for all of us.
How's the old NIL game treating you? Seems like you see a lot of Devin Mockobee.
Well enough.
This defense is looking very different this year. How excited are you for this season to go up against this defense and practice every single day?
I mean, for me especially, going against a 5-down defense, that was probably the most defense that I had problems with reading with last year. So I think it's definitely going to help me specifically in the run game, having those 5 guys up front trying to read holes.
You became more of a pass catcher as the season went on last year. Now with this offense, how much more value is there to backs coming out of the backfield and being able to catch the football?
I think it doesn't really make a difference from then to now. I mean, we're always going to have to go out and catch some balls. So,
what do you got to get better at?
Me specifically, I definitely have to keep working my size and my vision. Pretty much, I just want to put everything together and just be a complete back.
I think Sam asked this a second ago, but are there any guys that you could see emerging out of this spring practice like similar to you did last year?
I think it's too late to tell from me personally because I've just been really focused on trying to get myself better right now. So I haven't been looking around the team a whole lot, which I feel bad about, but I don't really have an answer for that right now.
Coach Walters, obviously when he came in, he gave you a scholarship, one of the first things he did, but I think everybody quickly bought into this dude. How much, I guess, was that important to, you got to believe in him as much as he believes in you guys? So
I think it was very important that we all buy in, of course. I mean, what are you going to do if you have a coach and you aren't all in for him if he's going to be all in for you?